he has connections because him and Jerry Jones are friends and stuff now, and he used to play
Well, you
there.
know what? You know who I could compare this to, man? I kind of feel like the Lakers hiring JJ Redick in a lot of ways. It's like, yeah, it's the big guy. He was a former player.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a celebrity, but it's not working. You know what? The Lakers aren't, at the top of the West right now, but JJ Redick is their coach, right? So it's not really that big of a deal, is it?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I mean. You could get Deion Sanders, you still miss the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
You're in because look, they are in the same division as Jayden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. It's not easy in the NFC East, man. So you can't if you hire a celebrity and it's not working out, then in 3 years you got to get out. You don't see a change, you got to get out, man.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like that. Um, in other news, there's gonna be some free agent receivers this coming up off season. You got Tyreek Hill, who announced that he doesn't want to play for the Dolphins. Then you also got T. Higgins, who just came off of a good year with the Bengals, and we'll see if he doesn't get a contract with the Bengals, that there's gonna be some teams that are gonna be interested. And one of those teams apparently that would be interested is Washington. How would you feel if Washington signed Higgins with Scary Terry and Jayden?
See, we're in a unique position where we have money to spend and draft picks still.
Yeah,
So, I'm open to it. I'm glad that they passed on guys like AU last year.
yeah.
Who else was a big guy to go get, possibly? Wide receiver Debo Samuel. No, he was always going to stay. Who else was? It was Devonte Adams always in the trade market.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
Somebody else, I can't think.
Um, uh, I can't even think off the top of my head right now, honestly.
Well, listen, but that always happens is the main point, right? Somebody always says that. We'll see. He got paid a lot of money. That's what he wanted to do is get paid.
Right.
So I feel like you had to have seen this coming. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and also apparently the Packers on the list for T Higgins to visit if that was the case, and also the New England Patriots will also be on the list for another team that will potentially be
Yeah,
going after
those
him.
are all viable people, but these are all keep those teams in mind when it's draft time and the props come out for wide receivers. Those are the guys looking for wide receivers. You're right.
Yeah. So they need someone for Bryce Young, another receiver for Bryce Young, and then they also need a receiver for Drake May or whoever they potentially draft at QB in the
These
next.
are Ohio State wide receivers.
Yeah, is there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All those Oregon guys too. Yeah, man.
but
But these are the types of guys. See, as a Commanders fan, I'm always used to picking in the beginning of the draft. This year, I get to start thinking about those Zay Flowers of the world, right? You know what I mean? Who can I get late in the first round that's going to help me take it over when I'm in the playoffs? But he's out, man. That's a bummer.
yeah, it's crazy, right?
That's a bummer, dude.
What do you think Tyreek lands? Or do you think it's going to be until after draft time for him to sign somewhere?
Well, I think a major blockbuster trade, all major blockbuster trades will happen before the draft because a lot of them include draft picks.
Okay.
Right. So, it will if he goes. I don't see him going because Mike McDaniel's got to understand that if he goes, your job is in less security. You feel me? Like the guy that's gonna steer this ship is leaving because it's not going well, and your solution is to send him away. You better get a commanding package.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause that's sheesh. He said he was out. he can do it.
Well, listen, I've always talked about it too. Like I said this, the most notable time I've ever said this was when we traded Russell Westbrook out of DC. I said, if you don't want to be here, we got to get you out of here immediately. So we made this LA trade happen in a day, right?
Okay, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. Westbrook freaking DC was nice too,
but
man.
he walked into Leonas's office they traded him the same day they signed Ovechkin too, man. They said Ovi said I want to be here, and Russ said I want out. They sent him away same day.
That's that shit, man. That's that shit. Also, we didn't talk about Texans and the Chiefs. Texans just
Okay.
came off of beating on Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. How do you think this game could turn out? Do you think the Texans have a chance to upset the Chiefs?
Well, you see, what's interesting is because CJ Stroud has a depleted offensive group, but so does kind of Patrick Mahomes. But you could make the argument that, it's clear and obvious that Patrick Mahomes has an advantage, both with a better defense and I guess as of today, maybe not on paper on week one, but as of today, I would say his offensive cast is better. What do you think? I mean, Mixon is a better running back, but the duo of Hunt and Pacheco is kind of similar. But then the wide receiver group, the Chiefs have better, between their rookie wide receiver, what's his last? Oh, Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, yeah.
Between Worthy and Hopkins and Kelsey, basically against Collins. Collins is better than Hopkins today.
Yes, I see. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And then you got Schultz. And then I think Kelsey's better, but yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying about mixing. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a decent game. I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like it was with the Chargers game, but
I might take all unders this week because what's the point of taking minus 400
yeah.
on people? Like, what's the point? I might just do the spreads for all the underdogs and their quarterbacks to have a good day. Because what's the point? What's the
Yeah.
point? But seriously, because they're gonna make the Rams the underdogs. They made the Commanders the underdogs. I'm picking both of those guys.
Okay.
And the
I can
Texans
see it.
Chiefs. I could totally see it, but it would have to be by like a field goal or something. So then just
Yeah, I agree. Bless you.
excuse me. I don't know what the score would be. It'd be close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see the score being like
Excuse me, dude.
no, you're good. I can see the score being like 29-26. Finishing off something like that.
See, but what worries me is the Chiefs' defense could possibly take this game over at some point.
Right. Because they have been finishing for the Chiefs. That's why
Just takes a couple Chris Jones sacks to put this one away sometimes.
yeah, I see what you're saying. So
It's
yeah,
always those pivotal moments, man. It's the third down we have to get. That's when Chris Jones comes in.
yeah.
Yes.
I agree. And then the next game for the AFC will be the Ravens and the Bills. Battle of the MVPs. So excuse me. We'll see how that game goes. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't think it's gonna be like our last game was. Um, I think the shootout game for this weekend is gonna be the Lions and Washington.
Yeah,
But
with the last minute Jayden Daniels touchdown to win the game for the Commanders, dude. That's how
okay,
it's
okay.
going.
Persistence. I like that.
On the final drive of the game is what it will take, possibly.
Okay, okay.
That's the final drive of the game. It will be a Terry McLaurin fade in the back of the end zone.
Okay, McLaurin fade. Hey yo. Okay.
That's
Hey,
one of my.
anything is
I'm
possible.
calling my shot. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
Okay. Shit, anything's possible, honestly, because a tip that ending with the Bears
Well,
game.
that too. That could also happen. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, you know what? Aaron Rodgers did it in Detroit. Maybe Jaden Daniels could do it.
Aaron Rodgers is plenty. Yeah, Jay Daniels can definitely play. He's gonna play.
Aaron Rodgers is the goat of Hail Marys, though. Like, who's better at doing?
I like it.
Maybe Jayden Daniels was better. I don't know because he's 1 for 1 so far, right? So
That is true though. It is his first year, so he's the last, and he's also the last rookie QB standing. So Bo Nix was in the playoffs as well, but yeah, now all eyes on Jayden. There's gonna be a lot of eyes, of course, on. I definitely think there's gonna be a lot of eyes this weekend for football in general. There's some good matchups. And I like the Rams. I do like the Rams again this weekend. They look good when
here's
healthy.
one.
The Rams are scary when healthy.
I have a hot take for you.
What's up?
This is an MVP race between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and I keep sticking up for Lamar Jackson by saying Josh Allen couldn't score at all in the Ravens. So this is his redemption.
Yeah,
His MVP case comes down to his redemption on their game. It's Saturday, right?
yeah. No, Sunday. Sunday.
So their matchup on Sunday. Josh Allen's got to prove he can score on the Ravens because I keep saying my criticism was that. All right, you didn't do it against the Ravens. Well, here's your second chance.
Right. Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I just hope there's no excuses for anybody this weekend.
But my biggest key for the Ravens is get Derrick Henry the ball more.
Yep, that's the key.
You're gonna have to take the ball away from Josh Allen.
Yep. So you have to get that. You have to score early. I feel like if the Ravens want to win, I think they have to score. They have to put points up on the board early.
The Bills don't have the. They have a very good defense. It's not the best defense in the league, so the Ravens can totally put up some points on the Bills.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to control the game with the run. So if it's a shootout with Lamar passing, that's what kind of worries me sometimes with him in playoff games. It's plays like the misplay to Zay Flowers in Week 1. It's things like that kill him.
Yeah. I agree. It's gonna it's gonna have to be the Lamar and Derrick Henry show. They're gonna have to run. Lamar's gonna have to run too a lot.
Well,
Scramble.
he's gonna have to get like Zay Flowers is out. So Bateman's a great guy, but who else besides Bateman is gonna make some plays at the wide receiver position?
You got Isaiah Likely. He's gonna be a threat this week. Mark Andrews.
Yeah,
Ends
those
have
tight
been
ends.
carrying. Yeah, tight ends have been carrying. So it's gonna be like something similar to that. So
You
I
guys
think
have Aguilar, right?
we have Aguilar.
Yeah, okay, that's Aguilar out there. All right. He could get one every now and then.
Yeah, he could, and he does come clutch with those. So definitely,
I might put Nelson Aguilar anytime touchdown. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do it.
hey, bro, if it does happen, you're gonna be
You know
like,
what's a good prop I just learned about was Lamar for 2 passing touchdowns. Last week I learned about that.
okay. So
Do
this
you think
week,
Lamar will have 2 passing touchdowns?
ooh,
Wait, 2 passing touchdowns and a Derrick Henry touchdown by himself.
I can kind of see it. I can kind of see Lamar scoring a touchdown as well.
See, that's what scares, and that is exactly what scared me out of it. Because I need Derrick. Because if you do that, Derrick has to score,
Yeah,
and you need 2 passing touchdowns, man.
yeah.
So,
I think it's gonna be only because I don't think it's gonna be a super high scoring game.
but you know what? The reality of it, and just hear me out on this.
Okay.
I hear you that it's not going to be a high scoring game, but it's always still going to be like 24-21.
Yeah, I got
There's
you.
still going to be 3 touchdowns. So I'm calling my shots on those 3 touchdowns. You see, Derek will have one of them, and Lamar will throw for 2 of them.
Okay, I like it.
So I don't need a high scoring. I need 3 touchdowns. Period.
I like it. Okay, I kind of like something like that, similar to that too. Okay.
I'll show you on game day. We'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through that. We're gonna have to go through that. But sure, I think that covers everything that we have for tonight. Everyone, appreciate everyone for tuning in to that episode of the Sports Battery. I'm Monte with Matt. We'll see you.